Hello to you all together. We're here for a good cause. My name is Rabbi Sofer. I'm from Palestine, from occupied Palestine. When Iraq has invaded Kuwait, I'm not going into the details. I don't take any sides. I'm just saying a fact. There was imposed thousands of sanctions, economical, political, criminal, military sanctions. The country was choked. Because of the invaded, there was an evidence for certain war crimes that had been conducted by the soldiers of Iraq. The Zionists are commemorating the Holocaust, the 6 million people that were killed by the Germans. At the same time, they're conducting a Holocaust, not a genocide, it's a Holocaust in Gaza. Who are the Palestinians? One of the biggest rabbis from Poland has visited Palestine in 1936. In 1936, it was clear for the Palestinians that the Zionists are here to stay and to drive out all the Palestinians from Palestine. And he described the Palestinian friendly people. Again, friendly people. He was respected in the streets. But who's opened the gates of Palestine for Jews, if not the Palestinians? The Caliph, the mighty Caliph, Nasser Yusuf Salah ad-Din al-Ayyubi, after recapturing back Palestine from the Crusaders, has opened the door for Jews. The Palestinians were such a good people for us, till the era of this colonial power that's called State of Israel, that conducted the war crime that was the most well-planned ethnic cleansing in the world that's happened, that million Palestinians, quiet Palestinians, been driven out viciously, brutally from their land in 48. Unfortunately, this ethnic cleansing is continuing till now. Who are the Gazan people? 90% of the Gazan people does not belong to Gaza. Do you know? They belong to Beersheba, Ashkelon, Ashdod, Jaffa, and more hundreds of villages that were destroyed viciously by the Zionist colonial power in the war of occupation of Palestine. The Zionists didn't give up their plans even to kick out the Palestinians to the Sinai Peninsula. And this wonderful person, Dr. Adnan, which I'm sure that he's been secure and very nice place in Haven for saving so many people. This wonderful person who tried to save life, and he paid in his own life for trying to save people. Palestinians in Gaza have been denied medicine, food, water they received a little bit from the Zionists, dirty water that could cause diseases. The Zionists are conducting what they did in the Warsaw Ghetto. In the Warsaw Ghetto, the hospitals were being bombed. Jewish children were stockpiled in the streets, dying, but you can see their bones. The pictures that come in from Gaza are not really different, even sometimes are worse. 15 hospitals that were completely destroyed. More than 100 medical centers have been completely destroyed. And they're killing the doctors there's a law that's not allowed to call the Nazis, the Zionist Nazis. But I can say they're not better than the Nazis. I'm not allowed to call them Nazis. They're not better than the Nazis. And that's our witness. But my dear friends, is that only the problem, only the medical stuff? What about the children of Gaza? Every hour, 4 children in Gaza, 4 children being murdered, women getting killed. Women were subjected to systematic rape in order to humiliate them and to break their spirit. These wonderful people that hosted us, and they were specialized in their hospitalities for Jews. Now, this colonial power that call themselves Jews, they're not Jews according to the Jewish law. They don't represent the Torah. The Torah which we represent is a savage Torah. That's not the Torah that we know. We use all the time to be friendly to the Palestinians. I'm a Muslim miracle. My parents coming from Iraq. I was born in Palestine. It was a small unit from the Iraqi army decided to kill some Jews in Baghdad. They were succeeding to kill 200 Jews, which is a large number. How many Jews were saved by their neighbors? Tens of thousands. My mother was witnessing that she was in the second floor And they came, this group of soldiers came to kill her with all her family, 15 people. And the paper, the Sahab el-Bet, the landlord, stood with a sword, and he said, on my dead body, you're not going to kill these Jews, these are my children. Jews have been saved by the Muslim throughout the history. Take a look at Albania, a small Muslim land in Europe. 7,000 Jews, none of them, in the 3 years the Germans controlled Albania. Not even one Jew was killed. You know why? Because the Albanian Muslims took them, they were hidden the Jews in mosques, in basements, and they gave them, they shared the bread and water with them. That's about the Muslim hospitality. It didn't begin from Albania? No. We had excellent relations with Al-Khalif Ali Omar ibn Khattab, with Al-Khalif Ali ibn Abi Talib, Al-Khalif Harun al-Rashid. We had 300 beautiful years in Andalusia, Spain, in the golden era. The Jews been their advisors, been like brothers with the Muslims. What do we need a state for? The Palestinian leader, Musa al-Alawi, said to one of the Zionist leaders, what was so wrong with the Muslims in the Muslim countries? You seek refuge and safe haven by us. What is it good for to have in a state and to bomb us? And is it going to good for? It's going to end up with a bloodshed. The Zionist vicious leader didn't know how to tell him. The Zionist Ben Gurion leader said, they asked him, what about the million Palestinian refugees that have been ousted viciously from Palestine? They want to come back to their houses, to their land. I know many Jews in Palestine which their houses are Arab houses. And he said, the old Palestinians will die, the young will forget. Alhamdulillah, thank God they didn't forget. There's only one solution: dismantling this vicious colonial power and the restoration and the establishment of a Palestinian state from the river to the sea, which the Palestinians will be the government, and Jews, Muslims, and Christians will live together, and then we're not going to see these atrocities. And we're not going to see these terrible atrocities of killing medical people. The world should be ashamed. The world should be ashamed for supporting such a genocide. On the Zionists, I'm not wondering. They're the animals. They call it the Palestinians animals. The Palestinians that were these wonderful people, they're animals. Any minister, Zionist minister that calls the Palestinians animals, he's an animal, and no one else. Take a look what they're doing. That's Judaism, that's fascism, that's colonialism. I'm running out of time. I was asking this wonderful organizer to stop talking. But from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, Gaza will be free, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.